on to problem 6. We're going to be learning about another tool that we can use for these logarithm problems. And this one I'm going to call exponentiating. So let's recall that if I take a to the log base a of x, I'm left with x. And if I take e to the natural log of x, I'm left with x. So exponentiating, we're going to use to get variables in equations. Out of a logarithm. And I think the best way to see this is with an example. So we're going to go on to 6. So problem 6 says, solve for all possible values of x in the equation. ln of x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so you will notice, hopefully, that inside of the natural log here, I have an x squared. And my goal is to solve for x. But the natural log is in the way of me solving for x, so I want to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my equation. So the natural log of x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. And I'm going to exponentiate. Using the same base as the logarithm. Which is, in this case, e. So when I exponentiate, I'm going to take both sides of my equation and do e to each power. Okay, let me just write it down, and then you'll see what I mean. Okay, see what I mean? It's like I took the equation, both sides of the equation, and then raised the equation, I guess raised e to both sides. Okay, as you may already have noticed, I'm having issues speaking today, so I take e, raise them to the powers of both sides of the equation. And now something nice happens. E to the natural log of x squared minus 3 just becomes x squared minus 3. So this whole thing becomes x squared minus 3. And then e to the 0, what's that going to become? E to the 0 is just 1. So my equation, after exponentiating, is x squared minus 3 is equal to 1. And I think I know how to solve this. I can add 3 to both sides. When I add 3 to both sides, I get x squared is equal to 4. So that x is equal to plus or minus 2. So I have 2 solutions. X is equal to negative 2, or x is equal to 2. Or and, maybe you'd rather use and there, I don't know. So an important thing that's going on here When you're solving equations with logarithms in them, you need to make sure that when you get solutions, you can actually plug those solutions into the logarithm. So, for example, if this were just the natural log of x is equal to 0, I can't plug in a negative number here for x. In our particular situation, we can plug in x is equal to -2 because I'm squaring it. Okay? And we'll see more examples of that.